All right, Taurus. So, I've come to the conclusion that Spirit wants me to guide you through a very fragile situation, phase, or obstacle in your life. It's going to be different for everyone, so I'm going to do the best that I can. It's always tricky navigating the emotions of pain, grief, betrayals, resentment, loneliness. So, if at any given time, any of the guidance that I share with you on this channel doesn't resonate with you, um, claim it when it does, leave it until it does. And let's jump right into this reading, okay, Taurus? So, in regards to the situations, there's two perspectives. There's your side, the other person's side, and then there's spirit. And then there's truth. Okay, so no judgment here. I'm going to start this conversation off by saying that. No judgment here. No matter what you decide, no matter how you resolve a situation or don't resolve a situation, no decision at all is still registered to the universe as making a proclamation or making a declaration. All right, so no fear tactics projected through this reading. We're just going to have a raw conversation in regards to some pain, okay, whether this is connected to a person, a situation, an experience, and it's still a fragile conversation to have, then let's chit chat for a little bit, okay? So, if this is your perspective, I'm tapped into someone that is still heartbroken, upset. There's some pain connected to trusting someone. It's difficult to trust someone, and you are at a point in your life where you're not trying to consider if something is going to work. You're not trying to consider any second chances. You're not trying to resolve issues. You feel like it has broken you in more than one way already. You're very fragile about this. And so in regards to you and where you stand emotionally with people, places, and things, you're just focusing on your abundance. You're just focusing on what you have, and everything else is like a cease and desist. Okay? That reaction is associated to pain. Okay? The pain from that experience puts you in a position where, sometimes it can debilitate you and sometimes it can build you up. But either way, like I said, I'm not here to tell you that you shouldn't have that pain. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just here to throw out the perspectives to you that Spirit is weighing on my heart to say during this reading, and you get to decide from free will what you want to do with that information moving forward. The other person's perspective is feeling the consequences of that pain. They are feeling the Ten of Swords, like I've done too much to come back from this. I've created so much strife. I didn't see something about myself. I didn't recognize something about myself at these stages of development in my life. And now that they've had an epiphany, a wake up call, you are the person that they want to reconcile with. You are the person that they want to have a future with. They want to build with. Hold on a second. Okay, so like I was saying, somebody wants to build with you, and from your perspective, okay? From your perspective, that's the perspective that's coming in. Once a player, always a player. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Once something's been done time and time again, you take it as it is what it is, and there ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no back. Ain't no holla back. That's the song that I'm hearing. So listen to that song. There may be some confirmations in there. However, even though you are choosing to walk away from the situation, that's your right. The only thing that Spirit wants you to gather from this situation is the pieces of you, the fragments of you that have been displaced, that have been scattered, in order for you to build a solid foundation. Because whether you want to see it this way or not, what you don't gather from this situation, what you don't reconcile from this situation, you'll only go somewhere else and come across the same situation over and over and over and over again. No matter how far you run from the pain, no matter how many hurdles you jump through, it is still going to be a source of reckoning. Okay, it's going to create more than one tower moment, and we'll be singing that same old sad love song in millions of ways. So, as a guide, my purpose for even having this discussion with you is to simply offer solutions, okay, that you can put into real life. What is it? What do they call it? Like real life action. Like you need to be able to take some real life action with these situations to apply it. Okay, how can you apply it in your life? So that's my intention, so you know, as the viewer, because like I said, I don't typically get these types of situations, but typically Spirit is throwing out very hypothetical scenarios, but I feel like we've zoned in on a very particular situation. It's so interesting that Nephilim came out. All right, because it says controversial, assessing, and new perspectives. So you're going through an awakening. You're going through some type of journey. You're embarking on a journey, and in order for you to build a new foundation, we gotta go get our hands dirty. Okay, we gotta do some soul searching, spiritual work, XYZ. Because I feel like somebody is trying to. They're trying to deal with you with gentle gloves. They're trying to handle a situation very fragilely because they don't want to push you off the deep end. They don't want to apply the emotional element, right? Because they feel like there are some things that could tear it all apart before you even get to the other side of the field, before y'all even make it to the other side of something. And it has something to do with other people's opinion, outside factors, talking about knowing about the things that you guys have been through. There's other situations about the loss of time that has already happened, and even though someone loves you, they do feel as if they have to let you go in order to accept the reality. They don't want to walk away from this situation and be a fool. They don't want to hurt themselves trying to make it up to you. So I do pick up someone they want to heal something. They want to fix something. They feel like they don't deserve a second chance with you. But if it was a slither of hope, right, it would have to be completely up to you, is what this person is saying. Because they have tried to pursue and prove their desire to change or their desire to do better, and that would only push you further and further away. So someone feels as if Five of Swords in reverse. If you put in the work, they can see that they'll reciprocate that. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like if you put in the work, they'll reciprocate that. But they're not going to build their entire foundation on sandcastles. Like they're not going to build their sandcastles. They're not going to build sandcastles. I'm hearing Kalani. Patience. I think left footprints in the sand or something like that. So what's your channel message for Taurus, anyone that's dealing with this situation? It's a very tricky situation here. Ten of Swords. Because there's a lot of gossip. And someone is trying to keep that away from you because they feel like that would be the straw that breaks the camel's back. All right. Channel message for Taurus. Yeah, I told you this is a tricky situation. Transformation. I love seeing true love here. Okay, so transformation. We have strength, courage, bravery, entrepreneur in reverse, new connection, emotions. Someone doesn't want to get too excited. Because they're left vulnerable. There's something about being left vulnerable. Someone here has made a lot of their it's like there's something that somebody hasn't done. Like your journey, you've done the work where you focused all your time and energy in building something for yourself, and you are emotionless. It's like you have no emotions. So if someone on social media, if you guys, especially if you're a content creator of any sort, someone feels as if emotions in reverse. Like you wouldn't defend them in public if other people were against you guys being together. Like your path excludes them in some type of way. You see what I'm saying? And so they don't know if they can compete with some of y'all, it's fame. They don't know if they can compete with your stardom. They don't know if they can compete with who you have become. Because we also have ancestors here with cowrie shells. So it's like because you are deeply rooted in something, they know like whatever negativity is thrown their way, like you wouldn't kind of like defend them. Or you wouldn't want anyone to know that you're dealing with them or you're involved with them. And they feel like the reason why you wouldn't want anyone to know that you're dealing with them or involved with them is because you're ashamed of the things that either you're ashamed of them or you don't feel as if they're worthy. Okay? They're not what you want. That's what they feel like. They feel like they're not what you want. They're not who you want. And you would be settling. And as much as it pains them to want to make things right with you, they feel like they can't compete with your entourage. They can't compete with your family. They can't compete with something. And it has something to do with choices that they've made. Things that they didn't do when they should have done it. Cheating, lying. And so you guys have had some type of negative past. Y'all have a very serious negative past where y'all have always been at war. Now, the negative past, I'm not picking up on somebody that's like slap boxing somebody, but I do feel like with with the Knight of Wands, this is definitely like infidelity. This is being a player, someone, you know, not having your back when they should have, allowing family, friends, outside people to harm you, hurt you, betray you, and not protecting you or having your back when the drama came your way. And now this person is saying that that's the version of you that you probably only remember or acknowledge about them. So they're saying, okay. But they feel like with this true love energy, in some way, y'all mirror each other. I'm hearing twin. Where have you been? Nobody loved me like you do. Yeah, I'm hearing that song. So it's like they want to call you, but there's been so many months that have passed. Some of y'all, this is weeks. I definitely miss you. So it's kind of this energy where it's like, you know this person. You have to know this person because we have new connection in reverse. And then we have entrepreneur in reverse. Emotions in reverse. So they feel like you don't have the same feelings for them anymore. They could have chose to chase fame, success, career. You weren't a part of the plan. Meeting you wasn't a part of the plan. They just weren't ready. That's what I'm seeing here. Spirit, show me about this true love energy here. Six of Wands. This is a missed opportunity. It's stuck. Something is stuck right now. Old emotions may be resurfacing. Something is stuck. I will tell you this. The pain that you feel is also a version of the pain that this person feels. King of Swords energy. Now the King of Swords becomes wiser based off of their life experiences. The reason why they are cold-hearted, nonchalant, in a lot of ways, they don't really like to settle down, is because they have tried over and over and over again to fight for something, work something out, and it never ends well for them. And due to that type of continuous letdown, they kind of accept their station in life. It's like, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I know this doesn't work for me. I have tried this over and over again and it's never successful. And so that data translates to this person as, this is just who I'm meant to be. This is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to perform, work. And anytime I try to be in love, anytime I try to juggle a love life and their ambitions, they end up failing, or they end up meeting situations where people betray them. It's a lot of Swords energy here. Or eventually people accuse them of cheating. People accuse them of this some type of insecurity that's generated from people because they can't communicate as much, or they're like a loner, a popular loner with the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles. They talk very little. They get accused of breadcrumbing, and that's really not who this person is. It's yeah. This person is happy alone. Like the Four of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups is someone that is genuinely happy being on their own, being alone. Like they can, love a lot of people, but they don't want to fight. They don't want to argue. When they want to spend time with a person when they've had, when they're at their best. Make you feel good. The Four of Wands. Have an event, have an outing, do something together. Enjoy each other's company, but you eventually go your separate ways. So this could be separate households, separate living situations. This is like single people, bachelors, bachelorettes, and like spending that much time alone. I feel like somebody wants to be with your ass, Taurus. That's what I see here. It's like, how can you be with someone that is... You can be with someone like that, but that's like a non-negotiable. Like the emotions can't... Someone wants like let's be together, but let's deal with each other. Let's be together, but let's leave the emotions out of it, because emotions causes drama. It creates... And this may also be why someone doesn't want to apply sexual pressure as well, because the moment they start applying sexual pressure, that's when things get complicated. This is a situation where things gets complicated, and I feel like we may have started from a space of the pain that you've endured, or like heartbreaks and stuff like that, but that's also the pain that you use for your prosperity. So I feel like you're using that as ammunition, which is not a bad thing, but I do feel like you're using it as ammunition, fuel to your fire to create. It's also a space that you tap into to connect with other people that have gone through the same things that you've gone through. And so you've become some type of Robin Hood, where people that have experienced pain in certain ways, you're like the Avengers of that, or you help in some way. People start a new leaf, how to transform themselves, how to clap back, how to, it's not really about anyone else. I feel like how to have a transformation, how to go from a painful situation and turn it into something profitable, something of purpose. That's what I'm seeing here. And so I do feel like there's a little anxiety around how this is perceived, because now you're changing. Something that was a non-negotiable for you, you're changing your mind. You're reconsidering being emotionally vulnerable with another person. And if that means that you need to be in your feelings, you got to process all those emotions that's been repressed. And I get you at a point where it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can unearth those emotions. I don't know if I'm going to be capable of that. And then this is a fragile situation. The King of Cups in reverse. Worry that your emotions may come off wrong. You may say horrible things. You may do horrible things. And it will end just as quickly as it starts. Four of Swords. This is healing. Because I get this energy where... Say when you love someone, you just... Then bad. Oh, how I feel so sad. She's crying her heart to me. How could you let this be? All right, when you care about someone and you have an insecurity come up, I feel like a side of you comes out where you go from being this poker face and reserved to the King of Cups in reverse. This is like, wait a minute, are you playing me? Do you really love me? And so that may be the dual personalities here. Someone could have Gemini in their chart. Um, but I feel like the reason why those doubts and insecurities come up is because it's the pain, like a ripple. It's a ripple effect from the unresolved pain. All right, but like I said, you've been using your pain for a purpose, or using your pain for profit, and it may get to a point where you bring out this side of you. This side of you may come out where it's like, I don't want nobody else trying to steal this from you, take this person from you. And it's like, damn, right? Especially if you guys are in the public eye of any sort, this would be that type of energy where, you know, this may be why you never want to date someone in the public eye, or why you never really want to be involved with someone that gets a lot of attention or something like that, because of the King of Cups in reverse. It's like to sit back and have to listen to other people want someone that you have, but there's no real clear indication that you guys are anything. Technically, you can't be possessive of it, so it's like a mental trap. And so this will be like, you know what, I don't want to get my feelings hurt, so I'm going to dead the situation. But it's the breakthrough. The transformation is the part of your breakthrough for you to be able to trust someone. Eight of Swords, this is your opportunity to explore some type of insecurity. Yeah, some type of limited belief that someone that looks this good or is this attractive is going to hurt you, or someone that gets this much attention is going to hurt you, or someone that isn't solely yours. It's a possessive energy here, but the possessive energy is tied to fear of being heartbroken, fear of being upset again. And so it creates sleepless nights, anxiety, worry. And then those worries starts to bring out a side of you that you don't necessarily like. But it's also not someone else's responsibility to constantly have to reassure you. But this is matters of the heart when it comes to trust. This is deep-seated trust issues here. Temperance, yeah. And so your angels are trying to help you resolve this, help you balance the way in which your mind perceives such a very powerful, ambitious, attractive warrior type of counterpart, type of person that you're dealing with. Because all the insecurities that I'm picking up on comes from that King and Queen of Wands types of energy. That's attention, that's attraction, that's magnetism, that's passion. Okay. Yeah, you've been healing. The hostilities in the Hermit energy is saying that you took some time to yourself, and in that isolation, you've matured. Yes, you've worked on things, but it gets tricky when you start applying other people. Where now you have to. This is the truth. Yeah, now you have to like go from being completely single and on your own and try to compromise with another person. Three of Wands. Something is coming in, and your spiritual team is just trying to prepare you. So you don't put your defenses up and let your mind play tricks on you. Ten of Pentacles, because you got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Huh. The Moon. So there are things, I think sometimes when you think about where someone has been, or you know so much, or the idea of not knowing what happens when you guys are not around each other, there's something about, there's a space, there's a gray area that tends to get confusing. Like, what are we? Oh, okay. So you guys, somebody here may be dealing with like that emotion when there's no when there's no claim to something. It's like, what are we? And then if you're getting emotionally involved with someone and there's no clear indication of what you guys are, then that becomes like an insecurity. 6 of Cups, but you've been there, you've done that. So now you have to take what you know about the past and emotionally detach from trying to relate the past to the present, because you have true love here. In some way, you guys both you guys both struggle with this fear. And I'm gonna be honest with you, based off what I see in this energy in itself, it doesn't matter if you go through this with this person. Running away from this situation is only going to bring you right back to it. At some point, you got to learn how to communicate, right? You got to learn how to explore those emotions. You can't control outside people. You can't control how other people respond. But it'll be like your greatest testament to yourself that you are capable of succeeding when your mind is telling you no and your heart is telling you you want this, you want something. Page of Swords. So if you're watching this or you listen to like general readings on YouTube, it would really benefit you more with this type of fragile situation to look into your relationship dynamics, whether it be now or in the future, from a personal standpoint, and try to separate yourself from a pool of people, because time is fluid. And even though you may be on one cycle of your journey, somebody else may be just now going through what you've already been through, what you've already walked through. And so you don't want to shake your whole foundation if you do run across someone or you do reconcile with someone. You don't want to shake your whole foundation off general readings on YouTube. That would not be very wise or discerning. It would only plant seeds, because I'm telling you, this is like trying to what is it like? It's like going to a place of healing where there's so many similar situations and so many people going through the same thing in different ways, in different dynamics, and trying to retrieve insight. But you've already been in your therapy session. You've already been on your therapy journey. You've already been on your healing journey. You've already went through those things 6-7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to get either behind the microphone and be of guidance or service to other people, since you like listening to problems so much or hearing about it, or it's time for you to find a creative way to express the transformations as you go. You see what I'm saying? Create something for you and your partner. I don't care if it's a daily walk. I don't care if it's a dance challenge or something. You're at the phase of your journey when you come across someone. The only way you're going to work through these situations is to actively, you need tips and tricks on how to have a successful relationship, not just listening about who's lying to you, what somebody's going to do to you, and trying to use foresight as a means to validate your own insecurities. That's insane. Okay. That's insane. You got to be able to not take this shit home with you. And if you're in a position where you're listening, where you are helping other people all day, you got to be able to not take the issues of your clients home all day and let it affect your marriages, your relationships, and so forth. 7 of Cups in reverse. All right, don't be delusional. If you know that you're not having situation issues, or you know that you're not having problems, The Knight of Swords. Don't create an argument where one don't need to be, because you done saw that somebody said, "Oh, you gonna do something 6 weeks from now." No, that will get your feelings hurt. This is a warning, okay? Because I feel like somebody is trying to rationalize their affairs and trying to do a temperature check or spy into someone's life because they have feelings for someone, they have emotions for someone. That wouldn't be very smart. That wouldn't be very smart. Ask yourself, how did that work out for you the first time, the last time? Because I feel like this is the Ten of Swords is saying this ain't the first time. Page of Cups in reverse, and then you'll be sorry. I shouldn't even did that. I should have thought about that. I gotta do better. The Emperor. This is someone that's used to being in control, used to having way more Six of Swords, way more control of their emotions. So that's your guidance pretty much, is work on the healing pain, okay? Detach from every issue being your issue. Don't look into your relationship and your situation dynamics trying to compare at a phase of someone else's journey into your own. Look for healthy ways to reestablish trust and your connections once you get one. If you don't know where to begin, start by Googling or YouTubing healthy relationship ways for building trust games. Spend quality time versus time inquiring about whether or not someone is going to hurt you, because it's a ripple. If you focus on someone possibly hurting you, you're manifesting it into your reality. Cross that bridge when it comes. Otherwise, believe it to be otherwise. Intentionally work on it to be otherwise. Six of Swords. And as you go through the transformation and you go through the transition, find a healthy way of finding the peaceful balance in between. The Six of Swords. And like I said, you can't expect people to, for those that are going through reconciliations, compromising, you can't expect people to just boom, wake up tomorrow and just jump into something. That's not healthy, right? You date each other, you go on different things, you do things together, and it's through those experiences that's where you heal. You see what I'm saying? And you give each other space. It's important to give each other space. So I don't know who this message was for today, but like I said, I felt like there needed to be clarity because that's how the cards came up. Let me see if I got my little book, y'all. And we're going to close this thing out. Oh, look, we have innovation, new creations. The priestess of the mind extends her hands upward, the light from her palms sending two hawks flying in opposite directions. Beautiful golden orbs hover over and around her head, marking a time of great confidence and mental activity for you. You are being guided by spirit to explore new directions of invention and creation. Your invention may come in the form of a wide variety of endeavors, such as a new business, a medical discovery, a new computer game, or the founding of a charitable agency. Anything from a musical composition to a real estate development could be among the types of innovations springing to your mind at this time. You may even be thinking about going to school for a special degree or certification. If so, know that you are certainly capable of achieving it. You may find yourself conflicted as you consider two very different paths, both brimming with potential. The hawks, birds, or prey, and war. The hawks, birds of prey, and war represent the inner battle regarding your choices, but your confusion is only preventing you from taking action in either direction. A nagging voice of self-doubt may be keeping you on the fence. Like I was telling you. But note how the priestess heart center glows with confidence. This card is saying that you now have the power to make a decision and see it through. Trust in yourself and let yourself receive the guidance and information all around you. Your mind is sparking with the lights of new ideas. Listen to your heart. Okay, Pocahontas, about which path to follow. Affirmation: I open my mind to the pipeline of new ideas available for me now. I know I am capable of both initiative and follow through. Taurus, these are the messages that I have for you guys. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.